Howdy!
Hey guys.
Here we are on another shakedown before our bigger hike later on. We're on the trail between the lakes. It's about a 60-mile round trip because we're doing a yo-yo. And if you don't know what a yo-yo means, it means we're going to go all the way to the end and turn around and go all the way back to where we came from.
Yeah, for some reason.
Trying out a few little new gear things and just having a good time in beautiful weather.
Yeah. Yeah, after 6.5 inches of rain over 3 days, we got 5 days now of no rain.
Yes.
We hope.
We hope, yeah.
Yeah.
It's what the weatherman said, 0, 0, 0, 0.
Yeah, so we're going to try out our new tent. We got a new Z-Packs offset trio. The offset is the ridge line is offset to one side, and it's a trio because it's a 3-person tent. It's got a lot of new features, and we're anxious. It's bigger, a little bit bigger, more roomy inside, and we're anxious to try it out. I hope you guys are willing to come along with us. We're going hiking. So we're about 4.5 miles now. That's where we just came from. And that's what we just crossed. That bank on the other side was a real booger to get down rather. Had to take our shoes off because we just didn't feel like getting them wet. Came across barefoot and made it up here. So we're back on the trail. Hey guys.
Howdy.
We're having lunch. Well, we just had lunch actually. We're at a real cool little spot in the woods, kind of just out in the middle of nowhere. And yeah, that's almost 7.5 miles. And so we just decided to pull over here and lean on a couple of trees and have lunch. Looks like we got about 8 or 9 more miles to go. It's about 15 or 16 to where we put our water. We're not real sure, but something like that. Having a pretty good day. These creek crossings are what's been whipping me. The banks are so wet and slippery, and I fell. Didn't hurt myself, but I fell. We must have crossed 5 or 6 already by now. One of them you saw earlier, we had to take our shoes off and wade across. The water was over my knees in the creek and really slippery, muddy bottom, but we managed okay. It's good to be back on trail. Beautiful weather again. It's probably maybe 60 degrees, something like that. No rain in the forecast again. That's what we're hoping for. But otherwise, we got to get back on the trail and keep heading east. Talk to you later.
Howdy.
Hey.
It's camp setup time.
Yeah, how about that, guys? Look at that sexy new tent. It goes good with my sexy hiking partner. So it's 4:55, and we have come 14.5 miles today, and we have decided to camp right here. I think we're right close to Walnut Creek. Is that this creek behind me right here?
I think it is, but I don't know.
I think that creek channel that you see right down there, I think that's Walnut Creek, and then it goes that way and bends around, but we're not 100% sure. But anyway, so 14.5 miles. One of us has got hip pain and IT band issues, and the other's got plantar fasciitis, so we're pretty beat up. But this is a good spot. It's pretty flat. We got a good cushion of leaf litter underneath us, and the new tent, again, it's the same as the old tent, except it's just, you can see those pull-outs on the sides, both ends. So that's going to give us a lot more head and foot room, and the tent is 4 inches longer. The problem we have with the old tent is, especially for me at 6'3", either my head was touching the tent wall, or the end of my quilt was touching the foot wall, and something was getting wet because of the condensate. So that was an issue. This tent's 6 inches wider. At the top half, you can see this wall on the right is longer than the other wall on the left. Where our heads go, that's the new offset design. Other features are the screen is different. The screen zips just on one side and has a hanging door instead of a dropping circular door, so it's easier to get in and out and keep bugs out. This tent also has 2 vents, one at each end, to help with the condensate. And what other features? Oh, it has the zippers. We're so happy. The vestibule doors on both sides used to just have a couple of hooks, one in the middle and one on the end. And now this one has a zipper. So same weight as the old tent, but bigger, same material, that Dyneema composite fabric, DCF.
And the door stays down. It
Yeah.
zips up.
Yeah, the L-shaped door is going to be so much better for us. So we're going to try it out tonight. It's supposed to be pretty cold, maybe low 30s in the morning. Can't have a campfire here, too many leaves, even though it's rained and rained. But we're going to have some good victuals for dinner, and we didn't make it to our water cache, so that's an issue. We're not going to have any water for in the morning, but we're okay. We got plenty of water for tonight. What we'll do is we'll get up in the morning and just rig down and get on the trail. And about 1.5 miles from here, at mile 16, is our water cache. We got plenty of water there, so we'll stop there, cook breakfast, make coffee, sit on the ground and chill out, and then hike another 14 miles to the east end of the trail. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Vicky said bye. Excuse me. Oh, look. Oh, look said bye. Oh, hey, good morning, folks. Campers.
Good morning.
Tramley. Yeah, good morning. Let's see here. Trying to look for the right buttons to push. Anyway, we're in good shape this morning. We had a good night's sort of sleep. First night's always tough on the trail. Woke up a lot, but we were comfortable, I think, and had a good dinner. Had Spanish rice with picadillo. It's a pea protein-based kind of a chili dish that we mixed with our Spanish rice last night. Really good. Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, and heard hoot owls last night. We heard barred owls and coyotes and all that. And it's about 7:30, so we're getting on the trail in good shape. The big thing today is going to be my left foot. My plantar fasciitis was awful yesterday. But I can stand on it this morning, and we're just going to start walking and see how it goes. We got about 1.5 miles or so to go to get to U.S. Highway 87, which is in a little community called 6 Mile on Toledo Bend. We're going to grab our water there. We're going to camel up and water up, and then hike on another 12.5 miles or so to the other end of the trail at Lakeview Recreational Area. We don't have water there, but we have faucets there to get water, and that's where we're going to camp tonight. Talk to you along the trail. So here's one of our frequent dilemmas. We've come to a creek, and we're not really sure where to cross without having to take our shoes off and wade across like we have a couple of times already. Beautiful, beautiful creek channel, but a big challenge. So I'm going to come back over here and look at this beautiful creek channel. We just crossed it right down there. We found a place where a root crossed the creek and had some leaves piled up on it from the recent runoff. But beautiful creek, just a booger to get over. Hey there. Hey guys, lunch break. Beautiful place that we found right here on the trail. We have hiked, how many miles today? 7.5?
7.5.
Yeah, something like that. So we're at about the midpoint, a little past the midpoint of our 14 miles for today, maybe a little less than 14. Anyway, been great. I'd said something to someone earlier about this trail being kind of flat, and I should be beat for saying that because this trail is not flat. There's no mountains to go up or down, but there's hills and there's these huge creek channels. And I've hiked this trail before, and I just don't remember them being that huge. And the banks are steep, and right now the banks are really slippery because of all the rain we've had. coupled with all the leaves that have fallen on them, and it's been arduous. That's probably a good word. I've not really fallen, but I've slipped and landed on my knees and my butt and all around a few times. Vicky's waterproof shoes have turned out to be waterproof as long as you don't go over the top of them.
That's right.
Mine weren't waterproof, so I ended up having to just walk through one of the creeks and get it over with. The plantar fasciitis is hurting, but it's tolerable. And I took some vitamin I this morning, and I'll probably take some vitamin A, Aleve this evening, and alternate back and forth between the two. We can't decide whether we're going to wrap it up this evening with a single through hike of the trail and get a ride back home, or turn around and hike back. That was our intention, but I didn't imagine this plantar fasciitis was going to be so bad.
We don't want to, have an injury that's harder to recover from for our next big hike.
Yeah, because of course, this is a shakedown hike for the AT, and so we don't want to shake it so hard that we break it. I'm delirious from hunger, by the way.
Yeah, we just ate and we're both still hungry.
Yeah, we're still starving. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and slog out the rest of the day and end up at Lakeview Recreational Area on Toledo Bend Reservoir. And we'll talk to you there, if not sooner. Hey folks.
Howdy. Well, guess where we are? We're at home. I guess you could see from that last picture that we got to the end of the hike and we decided that that was enough, that Eric's plantar fasciitis had just gotten to be too much.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a great time. Crossed a few more of those booger bear creeks. Didn't fall too much more after that, but we did have a great time. And we want to give a shout out to our hero rescuers, Jerry and Laura Clark. They're our neighbors, and they dropped us off a couple days ago, and I guess it was yesterday. They dropped us off and then picked us back up 2 days early at Lakeview, so thanks to them. We'll be getting this video out pretty quick, and we thanks everyone for following us along. As you've heard us say before, we're planning for another big hike. We're going to try to hit the AT in a month or so, and if my plantar fasciitis lets us do that. In the meantime, we're going to be all hands on deck getting ready. Thanks a lot. See you soon.
Happy trails.